I want to talk to you this morning. How many people in the room have heard, seen, read, used the Serenity Prayer? You know it?
Yeah.
Grant me the
Serenity.
to
Accept the things I cannot change, the courage
to
and the wisdom to know the difference.
okay. So serenity, right? Courage, and wisdom. I don't care what part of your life you're talking about. Your personal part, your family part, your friendship part, or your business part. This is a great way to approach what it is that you do for yourself and the people around you. And I think the most important one of these, of all of them, is the wisdom to know the difference between what you can change and what you can't change. There are things within what we're doing in the economy, what we're doing within our own business, and what we're doing with our clients and our client base that we don't have any control over. We have to admit that up front. I, as a mortgage officer, can take an application from somebody, but at some point I've got to hand it off to someone. Someone has to process it. They have to order an appraisal. An appraiser has to go out and appraise the house. That appraisal comes back, that file goes over to an underwriter who now has to underwrite the file. If that file is approved, that file needs to go over to a closer to put together a closing package. And that closing package has to go to an attorney to actually close the loan. I've got so many levels of no control here that it could drive you crazy. I don't control any single one of those processes. I keep a good open line of communication so I know what's going on. But if I were to say I need to control each and every aspect of this, I would spend so much time trying to control each and every loan that I would get no work done. I wouldn't approach any new clients. I wouldn't have any time to. And I certainly wouldn't attract anybody with what we do as far as our ability and our level of service. I have to accept the fact that those are things that I cannot control, and I know the difference between the two. And if we have an issue with an appraisal, then we can contact the appraiser and try and work with them on that, but I do not control the actual appraiser. Within the body of your business, there are things that you cannot control. Know them. Accept them, number one, but where you do have your strength, where you do have your communication with the people or the portions of your business that you can control, is where you can put a little bit more effort. Take the bull by the horns and don't wait for somebody else to necessarily do all of it for you simply because the job has to be handed off to them. And again, if it's not specifically part of your business, if it becomes, hey, I need to send all of my tax stuff over to my CPA because he's the one to take care of that. All right, but help him out. Put together the records the right way so that when he's looking at them, he's not going, come on, give me a break here. You can control the portion of it before you hand it off to him. And those are the kind of things that when I'm talking to you about your business, take control of the things that you can. Outside of that, let go. Do the absolute best that you can when you present to a client. But that client is going to make a decision, regardless of what you have said, as to whether or not to use you. Are there a lot of other mortgage people around this area? Absolutely there are. But am I pretty darn sure that when I give a presentation to somebody that I'm going to land that person? Yep. And if I don't, do I sit there and go, oh, I didn't get that loan. Life is over. I'm going to close up shop and go home. And you can all smile and laugh, but I know guys that do that. I know people in my own profession, they don't land a loan, they go home. Close the doors. I'm done for the day. Why? You didn't land that one. Go out and look for another one. Come on. When we can control things, we should. When we can't, let them go. Leave them alone. And like little Bo Peep, sometimes those sheep will come home as well. Only because you haven't done too much. Question?